Our speaker today, Reverend Jacqueline Edwards, the Jacqueline Edwards, will speak on money is God in action.
Money is God in action. How about that? How about that? Hi. Hey. Happy Sunday, church.
Happy Sunday.
Thank you for dodging the raindrops and being here anyway. I really appreciate it. Hi. You know, they say this is not what you should do, but I'm going to do it anyway. I don't care. Welcome back, Deb.
Thank you.
Thank you. It is good to see you. It is good to see you. You are a miracle representative today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. A little bit on the workshop that's going to happen in January in preparation for February. And the reason we're talking about it now is because we want you to tell everybody the name of it, these two dynamic people, and there's a flyer on the bulletin board. I love you, you drive me crazy. Right? Does that sound familiar, or maybe you heard about it somewhere? So these two, Sonica and Christian, have been a couple for quite a while. So in addition to their professional training in coupledom, she is an MSW and he is a CLC, which I promised to find out what that is exactly. But an MSW is a Master's of Social Work. And they've been playing in this relationship arena for quite some time. Just one little piece from their flyer. Couples on the verge of divorce have found love and passion again after just one evening with us. Right? Now that's a recommendation right there. Singles, even though being alone for over 40 years, have found the love of their lives. So I'm inviting you to come, and I am inviting you to tell your friends about it too. Bring some people. And it's a fundraiser for us. It is a fundraiser for our community. So again, come on out and bring people. There's also going to be a radio interview, which I'll tell you more about that, but that's going to happen the week before, 2 weeks before they come here. They're going to be on the radio, right? Talking about the workshop that they're going to be doing right here. Yeah? So, get your people in here, get yourself in here, and let's bless our relationships like we're going to bless our money today. So, we are having a workshop after church today. It may be repeated, but it is going to happen after church today. And it is based on this little book, The Heart of Prosperity by Catherine Ponder. Now, Catherine Ponder is a person who is considered to be a master in this area of prosperity. She's, again, somebody who's demonstrated it in her own life. She's been teaching this stuff for 30 years, 30 plus years actually. And people that practice what she preaches are successful. So we're going to look at what she has to say and drill down into it a little bit. Yes?
Yes.
All righty. Okay. So we have this idea, because that's what it is. It's an idea that money is God in action. Now, that's an interesting concept, that money is God in action, because we have so much energy around money. We all do. Wherever we are in relationship to it, whether we feel like we have enough of it, whether we feel like we don't have enough of it, wherever we typically stand in relationship to it, it's not the thing that we walk around talking about every day. It is, in fact, one of those things that we hold dear, and we hold quiet, and we hold secrets, right? Which is cool. It is actually one of those areas where you really need to keep your own counsel. Howsoever, typically, people in our environment can look at us, watch us, observe us, and get a clue. So what we're talking about, what we want to explore in this idea that money is God in action is, how do I show up in a way that exudes prosperity, that exudes wealth, that exudes a sense of confidence around my finances, around my money. Now, I was going to end with this idea of giving, build right up to that, and I still am, but before I end with it, I need to start with it. And I need to start with it because Alex came up here and did this presentation about us giving to this family. And we have a list, and we have their names and what sizes the kids wear and all of that. And I'm personally probably going to get some board games because I've rediscovered board games over this holiday, over this Thanksgiving. I went to 2 homes where we played games, and it was wonderful. It was fun, and it was an opportunity for people to interact with each other, right? So I'm going to do that. I'll probably throw some money in there as well, because money is God in action. It is also one of those places where we can be self-righteous, especially in the giving. This is the part of the giving I'm talking about right now, where we can be self-righteous about it. We can say, I helped those people. I helped those people because, they were in need. And I had something to give. Look at me, ain't I wonderful? Right? So first of all, giving is always, not sometimes, not dependent on what kind of giving it is. Giving is always for me. It is always for me. I am always the one that benefits the most from the giving, because I am demonstrating my understanding that this is an abundant universe. I am amening on my willingness to stand in that river of circulation, of divine circulation. And as Alex said, it makes me feel good, right? So the science tells us that when we feel good, everything gets gooder. When we feel good in ourselves, when we have that emotional hit, right, there are hormones and things that are released in the body, right? Feeling good triggers endorphins in the body. So it's not just an ideological, philosophical point, but it's a physiological thing that when I give, I feel good. I feel good. And when I feel good, I do better in every area of my life. Yeah? Alrighty. So there is also the way in which we make decisions about what we're giving and who we're giving it to and how we're giving it and what form we're giving it, etc., etc., etc. So today, since we're talking about money, I want to talk about giving money. And I want to suggest that we have this opportunity with this family to give them some money, to give them all the gifts, right? But also to give some cash flow. Now, we may put it in the form of what are those things, a Visa or a MasterCard gift card, right? But what that does is that says, I'm not trying to run your life, right? I'm giving you some opportunity to be a choice. I am giving from a place of letting go and letting God, right? I am acknowledging your wholeness. I am recognizing that there's only one of us here. Back to that feeling good when I'm giving. When I'm feeling good when I'm giving and I'm having this experience, I want you to feel good about receiving as well, right? I want you to have a sense of financial freedom. Now I'm going to say something, I'm going to take it outside of our little family, because you know we're all good with that. When I'm walking down the street, and the numerous, and 'tis the season, yes? The numerous people want money from me. I'm standing in a place where I'm at choice. Now, if I choose to give somebody $20, and then I go park my car, and I go into Safeway because I need some groceries, and I see them in the liquor aisle, because you know Safeway has a really nice selection of wines and fine liquors. In case you haven't been over there, they do. And I see them in the liquor aisle, I'm like, what? What? Now I am going to embed your face on my mind so that if I ever see you again, you will not be the one getting any money from me. Nope. Nope. You know what all of that actually says is that I'm not giving freely. That I'm not letting it go. That there's a way in which, even though I'm giving, I'm holding on to it. You know how kids do that? Come demonstrate that with me, Henry. Come on for a minute. You know how, come stand over here. And I say, here, Henry, I want you to have this piece of paper. Thank you. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Right? So when we give, we gotta let it go. We gotta let it go. I don't give it. I don't give it. Right? We say around here that the money that you put in the offering from your resentment, from your upset, from your angst, because you just think you're supposed to, but not really because you want to, is the money that goes to pay for the thing that broke. Right? Okay. Enough on that. Giving. Give from the heart. John Randolph Price, who I'm going to say was, but I'm also going to say is, because we say that I say that life can be neither created nor destroyed. It simply changes form. So while he is no longer in body, he is very much alive in spirit and through his work. John Randolph Price says that money is an acronym for my own natural energy yield. My own natural energy yield. Right? Money, my own natural energy yield. So what are we talking about with that? What we're talking about is that my money, as I put it out in circulation, there's a way in which it takes me out into the world. Anybody ever get money with little notes and things written on it? Like as part of your change or whatever. Sometimes there's even an affirmation. Sometimes there's a little thing that says, pass this on. Sometimes there's a note that says, write down what city it's on. Yeah. Behind all of that is this awareness, is this consciousness that when we circulate our money, we're circulating a part of our own energy. Right? So we want to circulate with love and joy. We are invited to shift from a consciousness of effects, materiality, the stuff, to a consciousness of cause, our spirituality. This is money is God in action. If I can think of money as God in action, if I can think of money as a natural part of my spiritual presence in the world, then there's a way in which I get to apply my spiritual practices and principles to my money. It means that I get to take a deep breath when it's looking crazy, you know? And so maybe y'all haven't had the experience of money looking crazy. Let me tell you what that is. Money is looking crazy when you get paid at the beginning of the month and you don't get paid again till the beginning of the next month, and it's halfway through the month, and you looking for some money, that is. That would be money looking crazy, right? Because you still got the rest of the month to go. Yeah? Money looking crazy. We in agreement about what that is? Spirituality, spiritual principles. Take a deep breath. Alrighty. Money is God in action. So I know that all my needs are met, regardless of appearances, regardless of opinions, including, and sometimes especially my own. I know that my needs are met. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go for a walk. And as I'm walking with every step, I am affirming God is the source and the substance of my supply. God's got this. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. Depending on our spirituality, opens it up. It opens it up. I get back home, I got mail. Dear Ms. Evans, you overpaid blah, blah, blah by $200. So enclosed is a check to cover that overpayment. We apologize. We sorry. Spirituality, not materiality. Money is the symbol of God's substance, the idea of God's supply objectified. As God is spirit and man is God's creation, spirit is man's substance, but spirit is all. So money is an expression of substance. Ernest Holmes, Science and Money textbook. Take out some money. And if your neighbor doesn't have any cash, give them some. And then give it back, neighbor. You're not keeping other people's money today. This exercise only occurred to me when I was coming, or I would have brought some to give to y'all. So everybody could, for sure, have some. Take out some money. Ooh, we got some big bills floating around over here. Okay, does everybody have some money in their hands? It does not matter what the denomination is. You got some money out, Shazam? Diana, you got some money out over there? All right now. Look at it. Feel it. I have a check up here, so I'm going to pretend this is money. But I want you to have money. Feel it. Feel the texture of it. Thank you, darling. I'll take that.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Feel it, feel the texture of it, right? Isn't that nice? This is very nice paper. IKEA has gotten me into fountain pens again, right? And what I've discovered is that if you're going to use a fountain pen, you've got to get nice paper too, right? Because it bleeds through the cheap stuff.
That's right.
Okay, this is nice paper. You could write on this with a fountain pen and it won't bleed through or anything, right? Because this is quality. The government, which is not necessarily known for going after quality products and materials. We've heard stories, right? But they do for the money.
That's right.
They do for the money. They get quality paper for the money. Then it's got stuff written on it. The United States of America. It's so nice. We're finally getting colorful money. Now, when I've traveled, I've noticed everybody else got pretty money but us. We are finally getting on board with that. The United States, so it tells you where it's from, the currency, $5, Federal Reserve notes, all of that, the United States. Oh, what is that? What does that say there? In God we trust. Oh my God. Oh my goodness gracious. Does it say in God we trust on the money? Spirituality, not materiality. Somebody knew that. Somebody had that idea. Somebody realized that money is God in action and wanted us to be mindful of it. So they wrote us a little note so we could remember. On the note, they put a note. In God we trust. Now let's do a little exercise with this money. Repeat after me. Money.
Money.
I love you.
I love you.
I am creating.
I am creating.
Ever increasing.
Ever increasing.
Space for you.
Space for you.
In my consciousness.
In my consciousness.
And therefore.
And therefore.
In my experience.
In my experience.
I welcome you.
I welcome you.
And all of the opportunities.
And all of the opportunities.
For doing good.
For doing good.
In my life.
In my life.
And. In the world.
In the world.
That you allow me to realize.
You allow me to realize.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Amen.
Amen.
So can we do that with our money? Ooh, I love you. I love you. Oh, Abe's looking kind of cute on there too. I love you. Well, you know, afterwards. Thank you. I'll give this back to you after. Thank you, thank you. The Benjamins, I'm sure they're looking good. I am sure they're looking good. Anything we love increases, and anything we criticize moves out of our lives. Anything we love increases, and anything we criticize moves out of our lives. The first step towards abundance is to love money. This is Raymond Charles Barker. Reverend Ed's already brought him into the room. Why? Because it is the means which God is using at the present time to maintain a circulation in your world of economics. That God is using. Well, God didn't create money. Of course God created money. Because God created us. Because we are manifestations of the divine. And so what we have created is the manifestation of the divine. Now, it gets a little problematic when we get greedy. It gets a little problematic when we think in terms of scarcity. And we believe there's not enough to go around. And we start hoarding it. It gets a little problematic when we use it to define the worth of human beings. It gets problematic. But we have the power, the authority, and the responsibility in 2017 to write a new story. To have it show up differently. To invest, not for the sake of investing, but to invest because I have an opportunity to support something that I want to see more of in the world. To give, not from a place of because it makes me feel better, because I get to help you out, but from a place of understanding that there's only one of us. And I can only give to myself as I give to you. And so I give freely. I give lovingly, I give graciously, and I give generously. We express our energy, our very essence with regard to anything, including our money, through our thoughts, our feelings, our words, and our physical activities. All of that combined in a daily program of meditation, controlled visualization, intense love. I'm talking about spirituality now. Intense love. You know, not that wishy-washy stuff. I think I love you today because you did something nice. Not that. Right? Intense love, joyful thanksgiving, verbal harmlessness. Verbal harmlessness. We sing a song, I will not harm you with words from my mouth. I love you. Verbal harmlessness and right action. In this case, for the express purpose of cultivating your energy field for the harvest of money. For the harvest of money. With my ideas and with my practices and with my giving, I plant the seeds. And as I plant the seeds and do my spiritual practice, I harvest the crop. And as I harvest the crop, I live a joy-filled life. I live a luscious life. I get to have the stuff that I want to have. I get to share. I get to enlarge. Last week we talked about Jabez. I get to enlarge my territory. Ashe.
Ashe.
Amen.
Amen.
And so it is. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. It's quiet in here. They say that happens when you talk about money. You know? People are not necessarily comfortable talking about money. It gets so quiet. I love that song y'all sang. Money is coming to me. Money is mine. I got it. I got it. I got this. I got this. Let's first do our affirmation, and then do we have a gratitude basket? We have gratitude? Okay, and then we're going to have some gratitude, and then we're going to have some prayer. Okay? So our affirmation is real one-liner. And you know it's rare that I do one-liners, so let's take advantage of this. Together. God is the source and the substance of my supply. Period.
Period.
Period. The end.
Period.
That's it. God is the source and the substance of my supply. Let's have some gratitude. Let's put some gratitude. Technically, it's too early to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. We have practitioner in training, Megan Lemon, bringing the gratitude basket up here. Alrighty. So, let me get you the microphone. Got one?
I am great.
Around the face.
I am grateful for my good health, love received and given in my life, and my connection to spirit. And this is from Joanne.
Hey. Hey. Thank you. Ricky Byer says, I found that all I needed was my connection with God. Alrighty. Who's got the prayer basket?
Well, I don't know.
You don't know? Oh, okay. Alrighty. Well, you know that'll get you in trouble around these parts. Come on up here with Jimmy on you. Wow. Wow. Hey, Roger. How are you?
I'm fine.
Talk to them.
They already know who I am.
Well,
I'm Roger,
okay.
but you know that already.
So this is Roger McCool, and he is the person that keeps us green around here. It is his green thumb that does our Zen garden and our other plant-like things. Not, of course, counting the ones that Gloria handles, and occasionally get some Alex hand in there too. And we even sometimes get a little Shazam up in there. But Roger is our main green. So Roger has also completed Practitioner 1. And so Roger, I'm going to ask you, would you like to pray up this box today?
I was hoping you'd ask me to.
Oh, look at that! He was hoping. And I just did. So you ready? Do you want us to take a deep breath?
Please, let's everyone take a breath and release it. I know that there is only one source, and that source is God. God is the causation of the universe, but is not used up in any way or limited by in any way by its existence. God is totally powerful and therefore is the existence of the universe, is every animal, being, and plant in the universe. And God is my source, and I am the life of God right now. And I know what is true for me is true for everyone in this room and everyone who has put a request in this box. Because God is totally infinite, I am so grateful. And I know right now God is expressing itself in total and complete abundance of health, of love, of prosperity, and money for everyone in this room, and is manifesting perfectly in its divine wisdom everything that has been requested. And I give such great thanks for the wisdom of God, for the divineness, for the energy, for the health, and for the being of everyone here. And I release this with total and complete gratitude and acceptance onto the law, because I know it is so, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Diana, Lawana, Yami, Henry, Chuck, Shazam. by Henry. Written by Henry Hill. Yes. Yes. There is only one life. That life is God. That life is my life. It is the life of everyone within earshot and everyone within earshot by the CD or by the video or however they hear it. They are included in this declaration of wholeness, perfection, prosperity, wealth, health, joy, and lots of love. This money is an opportunity to not only be the stuff, but be the good and the love and the power and the presence behind the stuff. And so I'm grateful for it. And I know that the givers are blessed, the receivers are blessed, and it is all good because it's all God. Thank you, Father, Mother, God. And so it is. Ashe and amen. Amen. Let's stand up. You can hold hands across the aisles. How about that? Across the aisle. Isn't that a notion? Yeah. Let's yay on across the aisle. Let's just collectively yay on that. Yay! Yay! And so I know that God, again, declaring, knowing, remembering that God is the wonderliciousness of who we are. And so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for this service. I'm grateful for the ways in which any parts of it, the music, the fabulous music, come for the music, stay for the message. I'm grateful for it, for any way that it has touched anyone here, and for any way that there's any nugget that we take out with us into our day-to-day lives. I bless this service. I release it to the law, knowing that it's all good because it's all God. I bless the food. I bless every animal, vegetable, or mineral that consented to being the food, and I know that the food nourishes and blesses every single cell and fiber of our bodies. I bless the conversation, the interaction. I bless our travels from this place when we leave. And I'm knowing that we're going to have real fun at our workshop this afternoon. So I simply say thank you, Father, Mother, God, thank you. And I release this word, this prayer, and this service to the immutable, perfect, and impeccable law that always says yes. And so it is. And so it is. Let there be peace on earth.